coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I am the Crypto Crow. We got some interesting stuff going on. If you saw my video earlier, you saw that I did my first Fairdesk trade edition video where I went into a short and I explained all the reasoning why. Well, shortly after the video, I ended up getting out of the trade and it was like a $12 loss. It wasn't much, but I continued watching it and I have since re-entered the short. I'm going to show you the trade here in a minute. And I just got the full-blown confluence indication I've been looking for, and I'm going to show that to you. So if I'm looking at, I'm up $10. So far I'm getting close to breaking even on the trade. But you can see here that I went into the trade up here, and here's the reason why. So earlier I got into a trade right up here. And then the price reversed, and then I just said, you know what, I'm going to get out because I have other stuff to do. I didn't want to watch it, and I didn't have a stop loss set in place. So I've been watching it. It came back down, and then here we are. We got a trend reversal signal, and it continued moving down. As it started moving down, about this candle here is where I said, okay, this is the confirmation I was looking at before that reversed on me, but there were differences here. We were very green. Volume was much higher. Typically, if volume is low or below this white line, typically that's more of a bearish indication. And now, just a few minutes ago, when I decided to hit record on this video, I got my pivot. I got basically my bearish sell pivot. And I got that pivot while the volume was red below this main line here. We're in the US market, and the MACD was red. And this is what I was missing in the first trade that I made this morning. And I was making comments on that trade. Hey, I'm going against my indicator right now. I don't necessarily feel great about it, but we'll see what happens. And I threw caution to the wind. I went into the trade anyway. It reversed on me. I exited. And so now, not only did we get this confluence trade, which is what I'm working on for my indicator coming, so that it just triggers that based off of the confluence, so I don't have to read all of this stuff. But ultimately, I got a trend reversal signal as well. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. We'll see what happens. Make sure you check out crowtokens.com. I'm working on something. And I right now, you can only get it at like vifi.io, the DEX on Cardano. It's the best shitcoin on Cardano. Just pick some up if you like me. That's all I can say. This isn't a get rich quick. You're not going to make millions of dollars buying Crow tokens, okay? But it is kind of fun, and I do have some things that I'm trying to get accomplished here. So I'm currently in my trade. I am at almost $11 in profit. Hopefully that doesn't reverse on me. I'm going to let it go for a little while. I'll probably check it when I conclude this video to see where we're at. Make sure you follow me on my new account I set up recently at Kofi.com. It's ko-fi.com/CryptoCrow. I am going to be updating this religiously with everything that I do. This is going to become my daily blog. I've got some helpful stuff on here. I set it up so that you can download my cryptocurrency guidebook, Crypto Decoded magazine. You can download it for free. Okay. And this is a 53-page book that I spent quite a long time making specifically for newcomers that come into the space. You can donate if you want. I do, typically when people are tipping me on YouTube, I say, don't bother, don't tip me. Because I don't even know what happens to half of it. But on this platform, I will accept tips and donations and things. I do well. So if you don't tip me. Keep your money. Use it to make your life better. This isn't kind of a cash cow thing for me. But if you do well and I've helped you do well, then sure, feel free to contribute. Because honestly, I use a lot of the stuff for all the different projects I've got going on. So, and then I've also set it up because I bought the actual rights to the official Crow Your Coins theme song by Rena Harris. And you can download that for free as well. It's a zip file. It's an MP3 and a zip. You can download it or you can donate. Some people have been donating, and it's very cool. But I am going to be posting like family photos, different pictures through my journey in crypto. I've got my house before crypto, my house after crypto. Any questions? That's a few houses ago. But just different things. And I'm just getting started with this, but this is definitely going to be a more personal look and a consistent look at my life and what I'm doing and just everything. I posted my trade signal here. I don't do that often. I'm going to start doing that as a part of my Fairdesk sponsorship relationship. Check out the disclaimer and the links in the description below, and it is what it is. So check it out. I'm going to be doing giveaways in my Kofi. I've already got a couple hardware wallets I'm likely going to start giving away. I'm going to be giving away NFTs, some coin, just different stuff. It's going to be a good time. Join me, okay? Now, Cardano stake pool. The Crow node is doing pretty well. Current active stake is at 35.4 million. Live stake is at 37 million. It's been ticking up a bit. I thank you. I definitely thank you. It's not cheap to run these nodes, just so you know. At least mine's not. I mean, it caught in the bear market when everything's worth like a fraction of what it once was. I've been more or less operating the node at a loss for the most part, and I've been giving my developer half. Okay, so yeah, it's not a profit center for me, but it does support the network, and your contributions, your delegation does support me. I just did a video recently about how much you could potentially make. It was like 14.5 grand, and that could turn into 320 grand by the peak of 2025. Go check out that video. It's legit. But yeah, that's more Crow node stuff. Current Cardano TVL is sitting at 253.85 million. A very nice uptick today as Bitcoin has continued losing dominance. Very nice indeed. Now, the article of the day. ChatGPT expects ADA's price to hit $10 by the end of 2023. Too enthusiastic? Here's the thing. This all looks cool. Let's see what Charles says. Well done, XRP. One small step for XRP Nation, one giant leap for cryptocurrencies. XRP as a digital token is not in and of itself a contract, transaction, or scheme that embodies the Howey requirements of an investment contract. Rather, the court examines the totality of circumstances surrounding defendants' different transactions and schemes involving the sale and distribution of XRP. So basically, XRP is cleaning house in the legal system right now, and these narratives against crypto and the idea that basically everything's a security and all of that stuff, it's gobbledygook, and it's being disproven. It's all being disproven in the courts, and it is good for crypto. Now, is Gary and the SEC right about the rampant fraud and just the bad stuff that goes on in crypto? Absolutely. But the way they've been trying to like the library case, I mean, that to me was sad. I mean, the SEC basically shut down a legitimate project, library, used to be Odyssey, and I really liked it. It was the backup channel for a lot of us on YouTube because it would just auto feed into the whole thing was a solid system, and I don't think they liked it, and I don't think they liked the idea of it. I think they went after it more because of the nature of how it was ran, and it was expected to be more of a decentralized platform, I think, ultimately, than it ended up being, likely because of the court case that slowed everything down. I think that case was less about the token being a security and more about the platform itself, if I'm honest. And that's just the way everything has been. It's just like, you know what, I'll save it for another video someday in the future. But ultimately, so ChatGPT is basically saying Cardano could rise up to $10 by the end of this year. It's the end of this year, 2024. Let me double check on that to be sure. But yeah, the end of 2023. So only in a few months. That's not happening. But here's the thing, and this is a narrative that I want to point out, because ultimately, many of us in the crypto space that have been following Cardano since 2017, I personally believe Cardano could see $8. Okay, now and then you see a lot of degens and other cryptocurrencies saying, oh, their favorite token is going to go to $2,000. Their token is going to go to $3,000, and it's trading at like $10 or $15, and it's somehow that $20 token is going to go to $3,000. Okay. And here's the thing. The narratives like that are not only wildly irresponsible, but it does help with the overall speculation and projection of the coin's price by the peak of the market, in the sense that if I wanted to, like, I believe Cardano's going to hit $8 in 2025. I truly do. I thought it might in the last cycle. It didn't. It only got to 314. Obviously, it was a weird cycle. I think this one is going to be much different because we're going to have a lot more institutional money in play and Bitcoin and the crypto sphere overall, because of the spot ETFs and everything going on a macro level. And ultimately, I think that a lot of that money is likely going to spill into altcoins this season. And I think we're going to have an altcoin run much more akin to 2017 into 2018 than we did in 2021. And because of that, I think that Cardano is going to do significantly better than the vast majority of stuff out there. I honestly believe that Cardano is not only going to be within the top 5 of the cryptocurrency market capitalization by 2025, but it may very well even flip Ethereum. And I'm hoping it does, and I'm not saying it will, but I could see that as a possibility. I think there's a lot of stuff being developed and has been in development now over the bear market. And I think that once we get closer to and post halving, I think we're going to start seeing a lot of project launch announcements on the Cardano blockchain. And I think that's going to send FOMO through the roof. I think that the use cases and the various efforts being worked on by all of these different development teams, including IOHK and the like, are going to send Cardano's price to the moon. That's just my personal opinion. You know, this isn't financial advice, but these narratives related to price could hit $10, price could hit $15. Like I see people talking about Cardano, you know, it could hit $20 by the peak. I don't think that's going to happen. But what will happen is if enough people believe that the price could hit $20, they're going to be less likely to sell at $6, which is going to make it much more likely to hit $8, right? Maybe even $10. It might wick up to $10. So the overall psychology to it is the higher the price people thinks is possible with a certain asset, it's not likely that the price is going to hit those marks, but it will give those in the know an opportunity to exit and use the people that, but let's just say, love to believe headlines over reality. They're going to be our exit liquidity. So keep that in mind as you're reading these articles and you're seeing these big grandiose plots for higher levels, these astronomically high price points. You guys know me. I just wholeheartedly don't want to steer anybody wrong. So I call it as I see it. It would be easier for me to say, oh, I think Cardano could hit $12 by 2025, hoping and expecting it to hit 8. And once it hits 8, I'm out. You're still in. I'm leaving you holding a bag because you just were uncertain as to where you think the best price is going to be. Listen, we might get a wick to $10. We could get a wick to 12 or higher. That wick is probably going to last an hour or maybe a day. I don't know, at best. And that's just going to be the confusion between those that are exiting and those that are still FOMOing in, expecting higher prices. And that's the thing. And I'm going to be calling the market, and I call it as I see it. I learned a lot from the last market cycle. I called the peak, everybody flamed me. I called the peak on the day. Then I called a 2-peak market cycle that same afternoon. That all played out. Everybody thought I was fudding the market, and I was getting so much shit and hate all over Twitter and my YouTube comments as though I was trying to force the market down so that I could accumulate more off of the ignorance of the people, right? It's like, how many of you have ever watched my freaking channel before you realize that, you know, before you see something like that and think that that's even something that I would do, let alone have the power to do with my little 145,000 subscribers? Like, I'm going to control the entire market off a stupid tweet. Get out of here with that. I try to do everything I do to try and help as many people as possible. I consider it a part of my legacy as a 45-year-old man. I have a family. I have a life. I have lots of companies and projects and things. I'm always trying to stay stay busy. And at the same time, I'm trying to help educate people on what may be happening in the space around them. That's what I do. I don't do anything because I'm trying to create a big cash grab, or I'm trying to be shady, or I'm trying to control the market. I just try to call the market the way I see it unfolding before my eyes, in hopes of providing potentially a new perspective on things that maybe you're not considering, or whatever. Okay. So moving forward, let's know this, that if I call the peak, I'm always right sometimes. I could be right. Maybe I'm right again. Maybe I'm not. We'll have to wait and see. But I just want everybody to keep these price perspectives. I would love to be able to sit here and say, oh, Chat GPT says Cardano could hit $10 by the end of 2023. You better stock up and get it now before it's too late. I think it's bullshit. Sounds great. And long term, into 2024, into 2025, we're going to start seeing very steady increases in Cardano's price. And what are we seeing now? We're seeing the price move as Bitcoin, because here's the thing. These spot ETFs are going to go and they're going to drive Bitcoin's price up. And if you haven't liked and subscribed to this video and subscribed to this channel yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. But the institutional money, let's just say there's $205 billion that goes into Bitcoin tomorrow because of an ETF approval. Is that money in particular going to go into Bitcoin and then spill out into the altcoins? No, that's not how it works. But what will likely happen is it will drive up the price of Bitcoin, creating profits for everyone else. And they then are going to take that extra money and start putting that money into the altcoin. So we're going to start seeing Bitcoin's dominance kind of fall a little bit as the price continues to rise, because of a lot of people that have been holding this whole time, waiting for these institutional pumps and these spot ETFs and everything else, all this paper trading that's going to be going on, not like simulated trading, but trading on paper. That is going to jack the price up. The people that are already holding are going to start selling out, and they're going to start putting that money into the altcoin market. And what happens when we see that is generally we see Cardano. That is the opportunity when Cardano really starts to climb and it really starts to do well. So, just keep that stuff in mind as we're moving forward in the market. Those of you guys that have been following me for years, you guys know how I am. I mean, I call it as I see it. That's all there is to it. I just want to help everybody as best I can, and that's it. So until next time, guys, crow your coins. Make sure you follow me on all this fun stuff. Let's take a look at my trade. I'm up almost $18. So my trade is still going pretty well. I'm going to stay in this trade and for a little bit until I get busy and I have to step away from the computer. Hopefully I'm still at profit by then, but we'll see. I'll update in my Kofi account what the end result of this trade is with a screenshot. And I want to thank Fairdesk, my sponsor. Make sure you check out the description below for details on Fairdesk, because it's pretty solid. They've got proper money service business licensing in Canada and in the US. That information is in there. There's some pretty significant bonuses for people that trade and you sign up on my account. I will tell you, there are copy trading features to this where you can copy trade me, but I'm going to tell you right now, don't copy trade me right now. Wait until I have a history of a long string of active trades, because I'm still perfecting my craft. This is new, but I am going to be trading each and every day. I'm going to be sharing everything that I do on Fairdesk. I'm going to be doing what I can, but don't start copy trading me because you think I'm the end all be all. I'm not. I'm always right sometimes. And those times that I'm not right, I don't want you to pay for it. Wait until I have a good solid track record for being a decent trader in public. And I've kind of perfected my systems. Maybe I get my indicator and I release that. I'm starting to use that. Give it some time. Don't just jump in. I appreciate it. I'm sure some of you will. And I will make a profit off of that for people that do. But I'm telling you, don't do it right now. My trade's currently up at almost $20. I'm really digging this. So I'll update everybody soon on what the outcome is. And until then, crow your coins.